I have been making this emphasis. You need a basic knowledge of Microsoft Excel to excel in your job. But so many of you ignored me. Go, let me give you this story. Imagine what happened to Amaka. She was given a task by her boss to type in the names of applicants and their date of birth. And coincidentally, the boss was among the applicants. So the boss was actually vying for a position in that company. So he now gave Amaka a list of the 10 contestants to compile the list and their date of birth so that they can forward to the headquarters. Amaka did this job and submitted to the boss. The boss forwarded it to the headquarters. Now getting to the headquarters, they screened the list and disqualified some persons. And who was disqualified? It was the boss. Why? Because Amaka was supposed to enter 1976 as the boss date of birth, but Amaka mistakenly entered 2026. That was what disqualified this man. So now, who do you blame for this mistake? Is it Amaka or the boss? For me, I will blame both. Yes, I will blame the boss especially. If the boss had known what we call data validation, this problem wouldn't have occurred. So what is data validation? Well, let's not go into definition. Data validation simply means telling Excel the type of data it will accept. Finish. Instructing Excel, these are the type of data you must accept. Anything aside from this, don't accept. That was all he would have done. What do I mean by that? Take for instance, you are tracking the price list of items on the column of prices. You are looking at the prices, you are tracking them one after the other, and suddenly you see ABC. Is that data supposed to be there? ABC. No, it's a wrong data. So data validation helps you to instruct Excel the type of data it should accept on a particular cell. So I even wondered how the man was able to rise to the position of being a boss without having that knowledge of data validation. Without the knowledge of Excel, you cannot excel in your job. So now today, I want to teach you what we call data validation, so that what happened to Amaka will not happen to any of us. And so that what happened to the boss too will not happen to any of us. When the boss was disqualified, he came back and found out the reason for his disqualification. And what did he do? He sacked Amaka, so Amaka lost her job and the boss lost the position he was contesting for. So you can see that without Excel, you cannot actually excel. So now let's talk about data validation. I want to teach this in detail, data validation. If you have your laptop with you, perfect. If you don't have, take paper, take pen, and sit down quietly and listen while I teach this topic extensively. Data validation. Are you there? Now watch your screen. Now if these are your products, assuming these are your products, and you know that the list item you have is $100 and the maximum amount of your product is $1,000, you can tell this system my prices range from 100 to 1,000, so that if your sales rep is entering figure, the figure he is going to enter will be the figure in this range between 100 and 1,000. Your sales rep can never enter 1,100 by mistake. The system will not accept. It actually helps you to reduce the level of mistakes that will be made in your work. It is not as if mistakes cannot be made, but it reduces it. For example, if your product is sold for 200 and the person mistakenly enters 300, the system will accept because your range is between 100 and 1,000. Yes, but going outside the range, which is entirely a different type of data, it is not a data suitable for this sheet. All right, so now look at your screen. If you sell mango for 200, apple 400, orange 500, pawpaw 300, watermelon 100. So these are your prices. Then your sales rep mistakenly enters orange as 5,000 instead of 500. You see the mistake? Very obvious that there's a mistake there. But if you have a good number of products, you may not be able to determine that there is a mistake on this sheet that is as grievous as this. Now look at what you should do in this column. While you delete everything here, you now highlight them, go to Data tab, click on Data, then go to Data Validation, that is this one. Click on this arrow, click on Data Validation. This dialog box will pop up. Right? Now, here where you have Allow, click on this arrow here, click on Whole Number. Now, what's your minimum price? 100. What's your maximum price? 1,000. And you click OK. So any figure you enter here, if it is 200, it will enter, 300 will enter, 500 will enter, but 1,100. Can you see that error message? Can you see the error message you have? The error message says the value you entered is not valid. So this figure I just entered is not a valid value in this column. So this is what Amaka's boss would have done. There is a way he would have positioned this column such that you cannot enter a future date. Amaka's boss would have instructed that column of date of birth such that it is not possible to enter a future date. That will help to reduce the level of mistakes. Alright, so we can now change it to 900. It will accept. Even 1,000 will see enter. But any figure above 1,000 will not enter this cell. This is one aspect of data validation. I know many of you will not ask me, do the one that Amaka's boss was supposed to do. Yes, I have it here to teach you. Look at this. I prepared the sheet for you. But I just want to see your level of concentration. How much are you following this teaching? I want to see whether you are really following me or not. So, to prove that you are following me, I want you to do your own test with what I've just taught you now on this data validation. Try your best to do the one that Amaka's boss is supposed to do. Whether you are correct or not is immaterial. I just want to see your effort. When I see that a lot of you put effort to make attempt, I will teach that one in my next video. But if only very few persons comment showing how much effort they have put in, I may not bother myself. So I want to see how much interest you people actually have in this course I'm doing. How much effort you are making to follow my teachings. So if you are really making effort, so this is an exercise for you. So do your own exercise. Whether you are correct or not, just put it on the comment section. I will not mark good or bad. What I will mark is attempted, attempted, attempted. Once you attempt, good. If the number of persons who attempt this are much, I will teach the other one. But if there are few, I will not bother myself. I will just know that you people don't actually want to learn this course. Don't forget that if you don't have the basic Excel knowledge, you cannot excel in your job.